Hello there. In today's video, I am going to share my experience in making the Freja Vest by Just Patterns. The first thing I want to say about this pattern is I loved it. I love the attention to detail of the pattern. It is fully lined. It is a paneled design with welt pockets. There's a super high quality finish for attaching the lining to the vest. And so big shout out to Just Patterns for this design. I really love it. Recently, I've been choosing patterns that challenge me to do things that I've never done before, which is pretty easy because there's so many things I haven't done before. But this one challenged me in a lot of different ways, and I learned how to do a lot of different things. And so I'm super excited about this pattern, and I have plans to make it again very soon. In terms of detailing, this vest has welt pockets and a belt in the back. It's fully lined, which is not as easy to see on mine because I used the same fabric for the lining as I did for the shell fabric. And that was maybe a mistake. It actually works okay with this because this is a pretty kind of lightweight linen. But if you watch the Sew Along by Just Patterns, you see that she's using a true lining fabric, and I think that that looks really nice, and I will definitely do that on future iterations. Now, this version of the vest is actually intended to kind of be my toile version. So you'll notice that I don't have the buttons on the front yet, and that is intentional because once I got the vest sewn up to this point here, I realized that I kind of liked it with the lapels folded out like this, rather than having the vest fully buttoned up as the design intends. I think that looks nice as well, but I just really like the folded lapel vibe. And so I'm thinking I'm just going to put a single button here at the, I guess that's the waist or the lower waist. But I'm like, I'm so nervous to make that decision and then regret it. So I've been procrastinating putting that button in because I think it's a little bit lower than where the other buttons would go if I decide to do buttons all the way up the front as per the pattern. So in my true style, I am just procrastinating making that final decision. If you're looking for a vest pattern, I can highly recommend this one. The silhouette, I think, is really beautiful. The attention to detail and the design features, I think, are very professional. I would venture a guess that the woman behind Just Patterns worked in the industry and is a true professional because the finishings in the lining and the welt pockets, everything is beautiful. In terms of fit, I made the size that corresponded to my bust measurement, which, if I'm not mistaken, was size 42. And I'm happy with how the vest fits overall. The only area that I would like to change is in the arm side. There's a tiny bit of gaping, and I think that that's because I didn't put any additional shaping in for the bust. So I'm just going to take out 1 centimeter or 2 from the front arm side and reshape that area. And I think that that will do the trick, but I'm not a pro, so I could be wrong about that. But otherwise, it fits nicely in the waist. The little belt in the back allows you to cinch that waist. And then it kind of curves gently over the hips. So As I said, I want to wear it open with the lapels ironed back like this with a single button, and I think it just looks beautiful. In my next version, in addition to doing the adjustment for the gaping at the armhole, I would like to try to make the flare at the hip a little bit more exaggerated. So in this design, it goes in for the waist and then curves around the hips in kind of a curved, soft fashion. And I think I would like to try it a little bit more extreme, both in the distance it goes out, but also in the angle that it goes out. So rather than curving, I'd like to try it kind of coming out straight. So having the lapels open and having it come in at the waist and then out down towards the hips. But I think that this pattern is a beautiful baseline for making such a vest, and so I'm so excited that I found it. The other thing I might try is adding a collar. Because I want to have the lapels open, it might look nice having a collar in there. I'm a little bit nervous about trying that because I think collars are pretty difficult, and I don't like all collar types on myself. I tend to like the shorter kind of standing collars better, and I'm not sure that that would really go with the open lapels. So I don't know. I've been looking in my pattern drafting book and trying to get some ideas. So we'll see where we get to with that. But overall, I can highly, highly, highly recommend this pattern. The pattern maker does a sew along on YouTube, which is super helpful. I can say that the written instructions were a little bit confusing to me, and when I first downloaded the pattern and just read through the instructions, I was nervous that I might not be able to follow all the steps, but the sew along makes everything super clear, and so definitely check that one out. I am so pleased with the quality of this pattern and the quality of the techniques used that I am planning on using another pattern by Just Patterns. I've been scanning their website and looking for ideas. She does a pleated trouser that I might try. She also has a nice dress on there that I might give a go. So stay tuned for that. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again at my next video.